In the world of sales, what's an ambush style sales meeting, and what do you need to know about it, and how do you prepare? I'm Scott Bell. I'm coming to you live from Honolulu, Oahu on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. So here's the thing. You know that the managers, the business owners, the consultants, they're gonna come at you sideways and say you're making too much money, you're not closing enough deals, you've rallied the troops. Video number 3, tip number 3 here for you is look who's talking, okay? Watch who's having the conversation. And so what that management team, the ownership team has done, the executive team has done, is they've appointed somebody to have the conversation. And so what you want to do is you want to look around the table and you want to see who's getting all the information dumped off on them. Is the business owner willing to have the conversation? Are they willing to come in and say, we've got problems, here's what it is? Typically not. They're usually going to push it off to an executive. They're typically going to push it off into somebody else. Is the executive going to come in? Are they going to have the conversation? Are they going to be the ones that says, hey, we got a problem here? Okay, if it's not them, then you have a problem. If it's not the owners, if it's not the head executive of the organization, and they push it off to anybody else, know that the people who are having the conversation with you is some sort of outside power, okay? And so it could be a business consultant. Somebody could bring a business consultant in and say, you be the heavy and you have the tough conversation because everybody else on the management team and the ownership group are a bunch of sissy lalas. You have the tough conversation. That's what we were paying you the money for. You're the one that has to say everything. You're the one that has to do everything. And once you know that, you know who really has the power on the team and who's trying to influence them, right? The person talking is typically the person saying somebody's getting paid too much, right? This is your aha moment. You look around the table and you've got your team, they've got their team, they're all flanked by the generals, they've got all the people in there, but whoever's talking somehow has got the power. It depends upon who it is. And whoever isn't talking typically doesn't have the power. I promise you. Like, you look around the team and you're like, okay, the owner doesn't want to have the conversation. Maybe he's or she's embarrassed. All right. The executive doesn't want to have the conversation. Maybe he or she's embarrassed or doesn't not have the conversation. The other people at the table don't want to have the conversation. Who's talking, right? Where are the dynamics? Where are the dynamics? And sometimes you got to look around and realize the people that you thought that had power at the table don't have power. The people that you think are in charge really aren't in charge. The people who you think are the people pulling the strings behind the scenes and the ones causing problems, typically you got the wrong guy or you got the wrong girl. It's the person who's talking, right? That or I'm going to give you another thing. They might be testing somebody brand new to see if they got the skills to have the tough conversation. Typically doesn't happen, but look who has the power and look who has the conversation. And what's going to happen is anytime that there's an argument, a discussion, a tough conversation to be had, the little underlings are going to peek in and they're going to try to put their conversation in, and they're going to try to divert the conversation, and then they're going to rely on the general to have the tough conversation. So pay attention. It's one of those games. Look for who has the power. It's very telling inside of an organization. There you go. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant sending another fantastic video, probably from a cool location. Today, I'm in Honolulu, Oahu, my second home. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.